Hey guys, this is Chelsea Masterson, and you're listening to the ChuckWagon Radio. I have in the studio with me right now the guys from After the Rain. They're going to be here for the hour to perform some of their songs, talk about what's to come, and their new album coming out. So to start off, I'm actually going to play their song that you guys have heard definitely more than once on this show. I'm going to play for you Hillbilly Clubhouse because we love that here. So we're going to get that started. And then from 2 to 3, Ying will be taking over again, just like last time, and she'll be here in a little bit. She's going to be playing some of her music, changing it up a little bit, and that's about it. So we're going to listen to Hillbilly Clubhouse from After the Rain, and here we go. All right, that was Hillbilly Clubhouse by After the Rain, and I have the guys in the studio right now with me. So how are you?
How you doing, Chelsea?
Hey, Chelsea.
Thank you so much for coming on air with me. It's awesome. It's really cool. Because last week we had, like I said before, we had Corey call in, so it's a little bit of a change to have somebody actually in the studio with me. It's nice.
Well, we were in the neighborhood. So.
All right. Well, what song would you like to play for us first?
I guess we'll do Almost Famous. This will be off our new CD. This is the title track.
All right.
And it's written about Willie.
Willie being the lead singer.
So we'll talk a little background first about the group. How did you guys get started?
This band has been through so many nucleuses. I mean, Dave and Willie actually started another band, Southern Rain. You want to explain that? Because
Not really. No, it was just putting together like everybody does, puts together bands. We ended up starting up a band called Southern Rain.
Uh-huh.
We played for a while, and basically when we broke up, we started a different band called After the Rain with a couple guys in other bands that were in bands called Desert Rain and After the Rain or Southern Rain. So we kind of switched it up to After the Rain, but now we're basically an original band. We do our own originals, and we also do covers when we play out in bars and stuff. And I guess that's basically where we are right now today.
yeah, everybody in the band has played in different bands. The drummer and I played in another band years back too. We've kind of, and the guitar player that exited, I was in another band with him. So we basically can't find anybody else that can stand us. So we want to be playing together.
Trust me.
Yeah. We fight a lot.
Yeah. That's cool.
But this is the song we're gonna do now is it's called Almost Famous. It's
Okay.
kind of like a joke on
Us.
yeah, pretty much on us. We John and I always joke around that everybody always comes to us when they need help, fixing things and taking care of certain projects, and
Yeah, we're pretty good at fixing things.
so then we
So we're always invited to do so.
So what we basically do with this song is we kind of, everybody says we're kind of almost famous because all the major people we open up for, been in front of a lot of big audiences, and it's kind of a twist on our lifestyle. Almost famous.
Almost Famous.
And here it is.
Everybody wants to feel important, at least every once in a while. And me, I never have that problem. I'm popular all the time. If there's a problem, big or small, then I'm usually the first to get a call. If someone's door is stuck and won't open, I'll be fixing it, and someone else is hoping that it won't take me too long, because they need me to jump their car. If anybody needs a helping hand, everybody says that I'm the man. Guess it's just the same as being almost famous. Well, I'm almost started spreading, but now the requests never end. I ain't complaining and I don't mind. No, I don't. It's good to feel wanted all the time. A neighbor's cat has stuck up a tree. I know they'll come looking for me, or fix the roof when it starts to leak, unclog my sister's kitchen sink. There's always some place I gotta be. Everybody's always calling on me. I guess it's just the same as being almost famous. Well, on the weekends I play out with the band and dream of being a star. But my friends and family are quick to say, boy, don't forget who you are. Somewhere something always needs fixing, fences need mending, hedges need trimming. I put my chain back on my son's bike, a couple hundred things for my wife. You could say that I'm in demand, everybody says that I'm the man. Funny how it seems that always feels the same as being almost famous. Well, I'm almost famous. Well, I'm almost famous.
Awesome. That was great, guys. I heard that song when you guys played at Mulligan's in Farmingdale a few weeks ago. And I love that song.
Thank you.
I love that song. And actually, I was reading this as you were playing, because you handed this paper to me before about the facts, and about burning down the farm, which is, I think, is my favorite song of yours. I love that song.
Oh, that's great to hear.
That's my least favorite. Thanks, I appreciate
Really?
it. No,
we
I
love
love that song. I love it. But and you told me this yesterday as well. John did that. It's on the Music Row charts, and
Yeah, it's moving up. It's been
It
going
is.
up. It came in at 178. It was actually a surprise to us because we didn't even know it was charting. Somebody else told us about it. And then at that point, we actually hired a radio promotions girl, Regina Raleigh, and she's been promoting it for us, and she's pushing it right up. And we're played
Yeah.
all across the country right now, so it's pretty cool.
oh, that's awesome.
Every week to be
Yeah.
seeing these stations playing it all over.
That's awesome.
So now
That's
we can
awesome.
afford milk money.
Yeah, that's always good.
Play for beer.
And tonight you guys are performing.
Yeah, tonight we're at Bar A in Belmar,
Bar Anticipation.
6:30 to 8:30, and we're there with Thunder,
All right.
106. So they're promoting it. So
And again,
and we have tickets for sale for Montgomery Gentry. We're opening for him.
Them.
them.
We're opening for him. Yeah, and we have them now. Nobody else has them for sale yet, but we do. So
So, yeah, so if you guys want tickets to see Montgomery Gentry and After the Rain at Starland Ballroom, May 26th.
Yeah.
You can go on our Facebook page, aftertherain.net,
.net.
or our regular webpage, aftertherain.net, and contact Dave. He has tickets, I believe, for $32.
I think it was 32.
Yeah, I think it's
Something.
32.
The face
60.
value, whatever they are.
But it's actually cheaper if you get them from us than you get them from the Starland or Ticketmaster. So
Yeah,
Contact.
you're eliminating that $5 fee.
Okay, that's always
But
good.
that's cool. We're playing with them, and then we're opening for
Craig Campbell
Craig Campbell.
Craig
Yeah, at the headliner.
Oh,
sings
cool.
the song "My Baby Likes to Fish,"
Yeah, and when
I
I
love
get
that
it, you'll
song,
get
too.
it.
I love that song.
and his song "When I Get It, You'll Get It" is
You'll get it.
right now is climbing the charts pretty damn quick.
Yeah, you guys have opened up for quite a bit of people there. I'm
Yep.
looking at your list here.
Oh yeah, Rodney Atkins.
He just performed at Starland.
Yep.
What, 2
Without
weeks ago. Without you guys. Oh, that's not good. I wanted to see him. Tim McGraw, Lady Antebellum, Sarah Evans. That's awesome. Some of my favorites,
We've
actually.
done it all.
Yeah. And
Not
Bruce
Toby
Springsteen.
Keith, yeah.
And Bruce Springsteen.
We've done a show.
Which-
Well, he came up and played with us
That's
at
awesome.
a gig one time, which was kind of really cool.
I always found it funny because he seems to be in a lot of country songs because Eric Church just released the song.
Yeah.
And there's quite a few of them, and I always laugh about it because I'm like, he's not a country singer, but he is in a lot of country songs.
Well, he influences
Yeah,
so
he
many
does.
people in
Yeah.
the music industry. I
And
mean,
he's-
Pat Green did a song with Bruce Springsteen, basically singing about Bruce. You can't ignore him. He's
He's
No,
one of the
you
greatest greatest singer-songwriters of all time.
Yeah.
No doubt. And and he does influence that. And he's got a lot of country in his stuff. Actually, the guy who produces us, Mark Muller, he was with Shania Twain
Oh, that's awesome.
forever, and he produced us. And he works with Mutt Lang, but he actually just played steel guitar on Bruce Springsteen's new album.
Oh, wow.
So it's not that far away.
No, not at all. Yeah. So do you want to play another song?
Sure.
What are we going to play?
You want to do Abilene, Willie?
Yeah, why not?
I'll lower it back down. I'm trusting you that this sounds okay.
I got you.
All right.
Every time I see your face, I think of how things used to be. Back when we were living in Abilene. I still remember that lonely day. You were gone when I came home, and all you left me was this picture by the phone. Forever I'll wait for you. If we could talk, I'd say. And all the hope in the world together, every dream that could ever be. I'd promise you forever if it would bring you back to me. Yes, I should be moving past you, but your memory won't let me be. Still I'm stuck somewhere between you and Abilene. The snow came early to winter, you left back in '99. And that cold feeling haunts me from time to time. And I've apologized so many times. If you just call, I'd say. And all the hope in the world together, every dream that could ever be. I promise you forever if it would bring you back to me. Yes, I should be moving past you, but your memory won't let me be. Still I'm stuck somewhere between you and Abilene. So many times I close my eyes and start believing, but I see your face and realize I'm just dreaming. Yes, I should be moving past you, but your memory won't let me be. Still I'm stuck somewhere between you and Abilene. And somewhere in between you and Abilene. And somewhere in between you and Abilene. Somewhere in between you and Abilene.
Oh, yeah.
I have to say, you guys sound exactly like you do on your album, and that's awesome. There's not many people you find that do anymore. But that was awesome. Thank you.
No studio trickery.
No, not at
Oh,
all.
no, not us.
We can't afford that stuff.
We're just going to take a quick break and play PSA for you guys and, station ID like we always do. And then we'll get back to talking with After the Rain. That was Ghost of Nashville by After the Rain. And they're actually going to play another song for us here. They're going to play my favorite, Burning Down the Farm, which we've played a lot here, too, because I love that song.
I know. We always get the royalties from it, so we know.
Another 9 cents.
Hey, we're 9 cents away from being a millionaire.
It adds up. It adds up.
Well, a banker man came to the house the other day, said he's gonna take the farm away. Mama looked at Papa, said, what we gonna do? Papa said, hold on, let me think this one through. He stood there long and quiet, thinking with a scowl. Then he said, before I let this deal go down, I swear I'm gonna burn this farm right to the ground. The farmers and the bankers long ago parted ways. They lend them damn near nothing to make them pay and pay. When there's nothing left to give, the bank takes back the land and sell it to big business with U.S. funded grants. When there's no course of action, no hope to be found, you're better off burning the mother to the ground. This farm is my family, this farm is my heart, and on the day I lose it, I won't know where to start. Pick up the pieces, trying to move on. Feel all the while like a part of you is gone. Light a fire in the cornfield, just around dusk. In the smoke you could feel the spirits rising up of every migrant worker who's ever worked this land, who can never get ahead, who can never understand why business would ever want to shut these farms down. Now they're watching as we burn this mother to the ground. The sheriff came up to the house today. He said the banker ain't been seen since he passed our way. Papa said, sorry, I ain't seen him, Joe. Sheriff just looked on, said, I gotta go, but I'll be back next week if he's not found. Papa said that's fine, except I'm leaving town, but first I'm gonna burn this mother to the ground. This farm is my family, this farm is my heart, and on the day I lose it, I won't know where to start. Pick up the pieces, trying to move on. Feel all the while like a part of you is gone.
Cricket noise. Do your cricket noise, Willie. Oh, he does a good one. There you go.
It's just hard to do it when you do it like that quick, John.
You got to practice for it.
I didn't know that was you. I was turning face the other way. I thought you had like something playing or something.
No. Nor
That's awesome.
there have been times when we've been jamming on a stage. We just get out there and everything is just like crazy. The band feels really good, and all of a sudden we finish the song, and it's
Dead silence.
Oh.
So then we revert back to the cricket noise.
So then I bring out the cricket noise, and that makes like 2 people laugh. Me and John.
Yeah, exactly. 2 of us.
No, that's cool though. I wish I could do that. I'm not that talented at all.
See, neither am I. That's why I can do a cricket sound.
And I never heard him do it. And when we were recording Hillbilly Clubhouse, we were looking all over to find those crickets that start at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
And I actually wound up paying a lot of money for that download. And then after he hears it, he starts doing it.
I was like, you could have gave me the 12 cents for that
You
download.
could
John.
have. You could have been, when they have like on the albums, like the list of like the instruments and stuff, you could have had,
Willie
credit for the
noise.
cricket
Willie
noise.
Cricket.
You could have had the credit for
Crickets.
that.
Crickets by
See, I never
Willie.
thought of it that way.
You could have.
Beautiful thing.
All right. Well, I'm going to go back to doing some PSAs again for you guys because it's that time again. Are you a guy between 12 and 21 years old? Do you like friends, games, food, and fun? Then you should join DMOLE. DMOLE is a premier youth organization dedicated to teaching young men to be better people and the leaders of tomorrow by building confidence, teaching responsibility, and fostering trust, all while having fun at the time of your life. For more information to find a chapter nearest you, visit dmole.org. And also, on the battlefield, there's a saying Americans military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help armed men and women returning home with the scars of war. Whether those scars are physical or mental, Wounded Warrior Project, we never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at thewoundedwarriorproject.org. All right.
Speaking of Wounded Warrior,
Yeah, that just
we're
reminded
going to be
me.
doing
When is
We're going to be
that?
doing a show for the Wounded Warriors and State PBA.
And Fallen Heroes, right?
Fallen Heroes, Wounded Warriors, and you're going to make me go into the calendar and try to find
And look
this.
at it. That was a nice segue I gave you guys there.
Yeah.
I remember
Food for thought.
I did see that on Facebook too, and that's kind of, maybe it was subconsciously, that's why I picked it.
May,
this-
June.
So
to help
just
you
remember-
segue
yeah,
into
we're
that.
doing that.
Yeah.
With Darryl Worley.
And Bill
We're doing
Gentry.
a show with
Darryl
Darryl Worley and Bill Gentry. If you remember, his major song was "Have You Forgotten" about 9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is June 16th.
There we go.
at
We have
the-
no idea when we're playing.
you just get told to show up, and
Yeah,
you just show up
exactly.
someplace.
Pretty much.
Dave will send an email out. Be here at so and so.
We just jump on the tour bus.
We wish.
So, where else are you going to be performing this summer? Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't have asked that
you're
one
asking the
after
wrong
that.
people. Put your website away, Willie. We're
Uh,
at the Headliner. We're at Bar A. We're at Mulligan's, which is a little bar in Farmingdale.
Yeah, that's where I saw you guys a few weeks ago, and then I saw you. Actually, the original place I saw you perform was at the Ocean County Fair.
Wow.
This
yeah, we're
past
doing
summer.
that again this
We're
year.
doing the Ocean County
Yeah.
Fair, yep.
I was at a table right across from you guys, so I had a nice show while I was working. And I'd heard about you, though, because of Thunder. So that was a nice little, treat while I was working.
Did
That
you
was
buy
a
a
great
CD
gig.
that night?
I did not.
Oh, nice. So you really like
So
that.
what are we doing here?
No, I downloaded, I got it on iTunes. I bought it on iTunes. But now I have the hard copy, so now I'm good.
We do Middlesex County Fair, and we're down in Nashville too. We play some clubs down there now. We've picked them up, so
And that's awesome.
whenever we can break away and get down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was actually your first song that, besides, Hillbilly Clubhouse that you really, that you wrote?
I think the first song Willie and I wrote, was Two Worlds, I think. Right?
Was it Two Worlds?
Yeah.
I was confused on that because I was thinking maybe it was Hillbilly Clubhouse, but it could have been Two Worlds.
It was.
It's a funny thing about... I don't know. I just drew a blank right there.
I played that song last week. That one was played.
Two Worlds
Two
Collide.
Worlds Collide.
Yeah.
I played that one last week on air. I like that one. I like the whole album actually, and I'm not just saying it because you guys are here. I'm not.
No, I know.
No, I like the album. We play it a lot here.
Well, that's cool. That's always good to hear. And the new one's coming along really well.
Yeah.
That'll be out hopefully by June. We kind of put the brakes on it a little bit. It's pretty much recorded, but like I was telling you, when Burning Down the Farm started going up the charts, we didn't want to compete with ourselves.
Yeah, no, that's a
So
lot of
it'll be a
people do that.
Great. We have the song that you'll be playing a little later. Old School. Which is what's the matter, Willie?
You kind of.
I'm not saying another word.
No, you crack me up. I know.
Take over.
It's funny that we're in the studio and it just you're talking to Chelsea
Well,
like.
I'm looking
and
at
you,
her. I'm
I know.
sorry.
I feel bad that you keep getting away from the microphone.
Why does it sound like I'm dropping out?
You kind of drop out, so I'm just
I do?
trying to help. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to help you out with.
Excuse me.
John Strevens, radio extraordinaire.
Radio professional.
Nice.
Now you made me forget what I was saying.
About your new album.
Oh,
the
the
new
new
album.
CD,
We
yeah.
put the brakes on it because we didn't want to compete with ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. But it'll be a great song. We have that song Old School, which is really good. And we're using a lot of Nashville people to mix it now and stuff. A lot of big players. So it's coming along really well. And we're real happy with it.
Hopefully we can get it to Trace Atkins and he can sing it.
Well, long story, but yeah. The guy who mixed it mixes all the Trace's stuff.
Okay. Yeah,
And
you
so-
told me that earlier.
Right, yeah. And so if he wanted to record it, it's fine with us.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why
Argue.
not? You know, he's
We'll write another one.
That's what everybody does in Nashville. Everybody writes for everybody. I mean, I just found out the other day, which was kind of funny, that Bo Bice wrote.
That Garth Brooks song you were talking
what's
about.
the last song he put out in his album? Now I'm drawing a blank on it. It was the first song to hit the charts at #1 for country music.
I remember you telling me, but
Almost a Memory or something.
it was his last hit, you
Yeah,
said.
pretty much. It's the last. Well, that's
Okay.
when he retired
yeah.
and he made way for us.
Yeah. Stepped down and handed us the torch.
Handed us the throne, and,
That's
and
one.
9 years later, we're here.
My mom and I always talk about it. That country music in general, unlike the other genres, definitely helps each other out and has no problem, mixing, the people who are just like coming up and these big names, because I always look at, because I'm an American Idol fan, and all the people that go into country, and then they end up doing so much better because the other country singers are helping them, unlike pop singers, which it's like dog eat dog, you're on your own. And that's a really cool thing I've always liked about country, is that you kind of help each other out no matter who you are, and it's a different thing in music.
Oh, you're absolutely correct. I mean, when we go down there, it's nothing for us to be working with people that are, very big. Everybody that we open for, we always wind up becoming friends with those guys and their bands, and they're always giving us their cell phones. And when you're in town, come on down. We opened for, funny thing, we opened for Steel Magnolias, right?
Yes.
We opened for Steel Magnolias last year at the Shark Fin.
Oh, okay.
And they've been going through some problems lately. I don't know if you've been following that. But Willie and I, God's honest truth, we're sitting in this bar in Nashville the day before we're coming home, and we're just shooting it, breeze, and all of a sudden Willie says, I wonder what happened with those guys. And I said, they're probably working on a new album. We walk out the door, and we're walking down the sidewalk, and I'm in front of him texting, like a few feet in front, and he stops, he's talking to somebody. And he says, John.
Well, what I do is I see a blonde walking across the street.
He drops his phone and goes running like a dog.
And I turn and I look at her and I'm like, wow, she looks really familiar. So I say, excuse me. And this is like 10 o'clock at night, right? It's kind of like weird that she's all by herself walking down the street of Nashville. And I go, aren't you in Steel Magnolia? And she's like, yeah, that's me. I go, it's funny. I said, we did a show with you last year. I said, in Jersey. She's like, oh, holy cow. And then we started talking. It was like the funniest thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because you never know. Nashville is such a wacky town that nobody is too big to hang out in Nashville. So Blake Shelton, one time we were down there, what's her name was hanging out in the bar, Blake Shelton's wife.
Miranda
Lambert.
Miranda Lambert.
And nobody bothers you. Everybody just leaves them alone because it's every day. That's what happens.
It's so
down
average,
there.
When we played at the listening room, one of the DJs from another station, 104.1 The Range, Dennis Banka, a great guy. He came to see us, and he knows everybody, and he was pointing out, he goes, oh, that's so-and-so, and this is the gig we're playing. He goes, that's so-and-so, he wrote this song. That guy right there, that's so-and-so, the record producer. He produces and just went on and on.
I'm trying to remember the guy who sang Flowers on the Wall. Eric Heatherly. Eric Heatherly, yeah, right? He sings Flowers on the Wall. He was there that night. So it's kind of like funny. It's just everybody's all over the place.
Yeah.
And we're in the middle of it.
That's a place I still have yet to go. I travel a lot, and I have not been to Nashville, though. And I need to get down there soon. I've been to Gatlinburg a few times, and I loved it. But I've not made it to Nashville
If you
yet.
go to Nashville, you'll never come home.
I want to so bad. Because I did, like I was telling you before, with Girl Scouts and stuff, and traveling. And we just, out of all the trips, we just never made it to Nashville. And now I help out my mom with her troop that we still have. And that was one of the trips she's trying to push, because it's kind of like she's helping me out too. She knows how bad I want to go, and she wants to go too. But hopefully, I make it down there soon.
It's an affordable town.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can have a lot of fun there. Nothing is really that overpriced.
No, it's pretty good.
It's not, there's a touristy section, and then there's the business section, Music Row.
Yeah.
But Music Row is just as much fun.
A good time to go down there is like in June. I think it's the second week in June. It's called the CMA Fest.
Yes.
Some people still call it Fanfare.
I want to.
All the diehards still call it Fanfare, but it's CMA Fest. I'll tell you what, it's like $100, $125
It's
maybe.
really inexpensive. I was looking at it.
5 or 6 days of concerts, totally from like 10 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock at night, and it's singer after singer after singer. They're just up there doing major shows. It's awesome.
I was looking at it the other day. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I was looking at the tickets, and they're like $40 per day, and there's like it's all day long. And
yeah, I think, but there's definitely like a group or a full week rate, and I think it's like 100 and some. I mean, it's really inexpensive.
If you buy the whole
I mean,
package.
the funny thing was, I took my wife. She was actually my girlfriend at the time. We went down there, and she wasn't a country fan at all, but we went down there without tickets, and we go to the riverfront, get ready to try to get a ticket, and we see a line of like 5,000 people lined up to go into the show. So my wife's like, or girlfriend at the time, my wife now, she goes, it looks like they're selling tickets at the table. So there's no one standing at the table but 5 people that are working it. She goes, hey, can we buy a ticket here? And the woman goes, and she asked the girl next to her, she goes, I guess we can. So we ended up being the first people to walk in to this facility. Even though all the people were online, we just kind of skipped by accident.
Oh, that's
and
so funny.
And that year, Kenny Chesney, we were 3 foot from Kenny Chesney doing a show 10 o'clock in the morning. It was excellent.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Actually, I don't know if you ever heard of a Paramount Music Group down in Nashville. I don't know if they're still there. I used to write lyrics, and I would send it down there to their contests all the time. I haven't done it lately, but I always wanted to go down there because I started, sending it down to there. But yeah, I want to go check it out. Because there's a lot of, I was reading who's performing, and it's just one right after the other. It's like non-stop, and that's,
and it's big acts. It's not like small acts.
No, it's
and then that's just the aspect of the riverfront and the stadium show, and then you go downtown, and it's like there's bars at every 5 feet. It's like if you walk out of a bar and trip, you fall into another bar door. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous.
That's usually our problem.
But it's excellent because then there's a lot of live music in that area, which is like the downtown area. And if you're into songwriting and you like the calm stuff like we're doing here tonight today with guitar and singing, you kind of cross the bridge and you go towards the Music Row area, and that's where you see a lot of like the songwriters, people who write the songs, the big hits, and you're saying, man, I know that song. Lady Antebellum does that song, but this is the guy who wrote it.
That's
so
cool.
it
Like
kind of
putting
is
a
really
face
neat
to the song. That's cool.
Yeah,
and you hear their version. You hear their version of it, which is really neat.
Now, have you always been fans of country music, or did you?
Since I actually, when I was 15, I've been playing since I was 8, but when I was 15, I actually wound up inadvertently in a country and western band. But I've always loved it. I really have. I mean, I love all genres of music.
Yeah.
But kind of Willie.
Yeah, I grew to love it. I guess it was a big joke about how I started listening to country, but I finally started listening to it, and it's like a disease.
It grows.
Or a virus. You start when you first start hearing, you're like, oh man, I can't stand this, and somebody's dog's dead or whatever. But then, it starts growing on you, and now it's like all I listen to now. I mean, I listen to other stuff, but country is like my main. My wife hated country music when I first met her. She was Metallica, went and saw Guns N' Roses like all the time, and all of a sudden. Now she's telling me the words to the songs, and that's all she listens to right now.
That I would be in the same group as you when I talk to people about it, because a lot of my friends make fun of me for liking country music, and I guess it's because it's not. I mean, in the Northeast, it's growing to be popular, but it still isn't any like the rest of the country. And I had been down in California. We did a Southwest road trip, my Girl Scout troop. And when you go out west or down south, there's, 3 stations that play, and those, that you can get in the areas we were. And it was either country, then there was your top 40, and then there was gospel. And then they played the same songs over and over again. So we got onto this country station we kept listening to, and Blake Shelton's, oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of the song now. She Wouldn't Be Gone was playing all the time. And I actually started hating it for a while. Yeah. And then it kind of, like you said, it grows on you. And from that point, that's all, pretty much what I listen to now. And that's probably why, Blake is my, favorite artist. Because
Who's Blake Shelton?
Exactly. And that was years ago. So that was before he was anywhere like he is now. And like you said, it grows on you. It's, you can't stop.
Yeah, it's definitely like a virus.
It's probably the best music being made today, really. I mean, everything else seems so like manufactured.
Yeah.
And so pointless.
I know a lot of play the mic. I know a lot of people, they always, complain about it because of the messages behind it, but that's why I love it. It's that it's more true. It's more true to everybody can relate to it. Everybody.
It tells a story, and it's not just a beat that is put to a track, and everybody, you just repeat. Like I remember years back there was that song, "I Love Peaches" or something. Peaches for me. There was something it was like a big song for a while there, and it was just all they would say was, "I love peaches, peaches for free. I love peaches, peaches for me."
Was it a dance track?
Song?
No.
Yeah, it was all over when I used to go to like Jenkinson's and stuff.
No, luckily I don't.
But country tells a story. You get involved with it, and you know what? It's about stories about what you're going through in life. And the funny thing is when everybody says, I can't stand country music. I can't stand country music, and then you point out to them that if they're listening to top 40 radio, the top 7 people on top 40 radio or the top 10 people are all country artists.
Yeah.
So it's like, I hate country music, but hey, Jenkinson's next week for the summer opening, they're going to have a band, Rascal Flatts. They're so awesome. Rascal Flatts, these guys are great. I'm like, that's a country band. No, it's not. They're on PLJ or whatever. They're on all these pop radios. Yeah, but because everybody grabs on.
Yeah, a lot of people don't listen to it. A lot of people are thinking backwards, like Johnny Cash, which is great music too, but that's how people
they associate it with that. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Rascal Flatts, because when I talked to Dave on the phone when we first started to set this up, he compared you guys to Rascal Flatts. That was his band he compared you guys to.
Our Dave?
Yeah.
I think he's been drinking too much. What time do you call him?
It was like...
Yeah, you can't call him after 5 in the afternoon.
No, it was after that. It was like 9 o'clock at night, so...
There's a lot of noise in the background.
Were we at a bar?
Like glasses clanging?
Yeah, that was... I saw them perform one time live, and it was awesome. Ying just walked in, guys, if, there's a pause and break.
Hello.
She just walked in. And hopefully has some notes for me from class because I had to leave early. But we're going to play a show promo really fast and then get back to the guys from After the Rain. All right, that was Two Worlds Collide. Again, we played that last week too. It's one of my favorites off their album. But we're going to get ready and we're going to play their new song, Old School, from their new album coming out. Do you want to kind of talk about that song a little bit?
Other than the fact that, like I said, I was telling you before, this is mixed by Billy Decker, who's done all Trace Atkins stuff and Rodney Atkins and a ton of other artists. I mean, he's Grammy Award winning, and he heard it, and we worked something out with him, which was awesome to have his name on it.
Oh yeah.
And the mix sounds really. I think it sounds really killer.
This will be on your.
This will be on the new Almost
Famous
CD.
Awesome.
Yep, it's being chopped too down there, but we're gonna release it as our own. Like I said, probably around June it should be out.
All right.
And ready for radio then. And just before we go too, like I said, we are aftertherain.net. Rain is spelled REIGN. You can find us on Facebook. We are at Bar Anticipation tonight. And we have tickets to sell for Montgomery Gentry, which we are playing on May
26th.
26th. Thank you.
It's okay. I got you.
God forbid I remember.
Yeah, I got to get my tickets for that. I'm definitely going to be there. And then this Saturday also,
At
you
Mulligan's,
guys are performing at Mulligan's in Farmingdale.
Home base.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm going to, before I, play, I want to say thank you. And I'll say thank you to him when he comes back.
Well, thanks very much.
Thank
on behalf of both of us.
Yeah. And this will be Old School from their new album, Almost Famous, After the Rain. All right, that was Old School by After the Rain. You're listening to 90.3 WMSE, Upper Montclair, New Jersey, the ChuckWagon Radio. And the guys from After the Rain are heading off here, and I want to thank you guys again.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you so much for coming in, and I'll probably stop by on Saturday and see you guys at Mulligan's, and have a good show tonight.
Thank you.
And hopefully you don't have to do the cricket noise. Hopefully that doesn't have to happen.
It's been a while.
Hopefully there's no dead silences there. And now I'm gonna play some Audra May right now, and get kicked off with Ying's Hour here.